welcome back, television viewers, after that short break. And for today's discussion, we are discussing the latest news in town. And I have here with me this guy who's going to give us the latest news in town. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you? I'm all right.
Okay. This is
well, my name is Charles Robert, member of the Boakai think tank, and I'm a soldier of the Unity Party, the current Unity Party.
Okay, Charles. Okay, so can you give us the latest news?
We are in a political time, and we are approaching political campaign season, and the political atmosphere is just growing rapidly. One the biggest news in town as of today is Prince Johnson, a senior political figure in this country, a senator, a Nimba County senator, just endorsed the presidential bid of Ambassador Joseph Nimba County, the Unity Party Senate Bureau. And that's a discussion in the street. Everyone is going head and scatter, especially those in the opposition. That's what's happening.
So what do you make of that?
Well, that endorsement is a very big one, milestone in our achievement, in our political achievement. Especially for us, those in the Unity Party, we welcome it wholeheartedly. And we think that election is about number, and Prince Johnson is coming with a number. We all know Prince Johnson's history politically as a related to the way he comes from, the region he comes from. Oh yeah, Prince Johnson commands a lot of vote. And so for him to be endorsing the person I support is a welcoming news for me.
So is it because he controls lots of people, that's the reason why people are welcoming him? Or is it because of his vision or his integrity to Liberia?
No, mind you now, Prince Johnson is not coming with vision. Prince Johnson is a presidential candidate. He was a presidential candidate or still a presidential candidate. In his party, he has his platform. But if he endorsing the Unity Party candidate, he will have to work. That means he subscribed to the Unity Party platform. So it is a Unity Party vision that he subscribed to. So it's not Prince Johnson's vision no longer. Now, mind you now, that democracy is a normal game. And so Prince Johnson has a number. We are welcoming the number he's coming with. Other than that, when he comes, he will live in the confines of the United Party platform.
So you're trying to say when Prince Johnson emerged with Unity Party, they're going to make a great leadership in Liberia.
When you make a great leadership, Prince Johnson is already a leader. He's already a leader. He is a senator of Nimba County. So he's leading the people. And I think by indication and for logically speaking, you will know that he still commands to follow his people he lead. The Liberians are still with him. Every now and then Prince Johnson are going to election 2 and 1 minute. So until he can lost in Nimba, he still controls the Nimba people.
Okay, Charles, it was nice speaking with you.
Thank you very much. We welcome Prince Johnson endorsement, and I can assure you, those who are viewing us in radio, in television land or in the television era, Joseph Nimba County is the next president, and it is a one-round victory. We're not going for runner-up yet. There's no second round. Thank you very much.
Can you tell us your name?
I'm Aliyu V. Kemokai, the former moderator, the former deputy moderator of SEMPI, the biggest intellectual center that established all the intellectual centers around the country.
Oh, so you control it?
Yeah, we were the first that established the first intellectual center when the voice of the voiceless was not heard. This is how Hatat Shop, when you talk about Hatat Shop today, all around the country came about. So we are the model for all the Hatat Shop around the country. We started the basis of Hatat Shop.
All right. Okay, this is What's the Latest brought to you by Light TV. And today we are featuring the latest news in town. So can you give us the latest news in town?
Well, the first thing is I would like to commend the government of Liberia, and the people, because for the past 38 years, for this summit to be here, the African summit, that is telling you that our country is moving through the right trajectory. Although the government is not about 100%, that there are some lapses in government, but where they do well, we have to commend them. Then the other thing I would like to speak of, because the most major issue is on ground, is the political issue. You have a lot of political twists that are going on. The Kennedy supporting Kennedy, other candidates supporting Kennedy. For us, we like to be very blunt. I would like to speak to the issue. From the day one, when Senator Prince Johnson and Belinda Ure, when they were going to a merger, the people from that side of the divide, they heard Senator Prince Johnson. They clapped for him. They said all the good about Senator Prince Johnson. But when he came back from Nigeria, yesterday when he had a press conference. Today, Prince Johnson is a bad man, Prince Johnson is a kid, Prince Johnson is this. What I'm trying to say is that we should not try to start doing less service to our people like Liberia. We are looking for leadership. We are looking for the true representation for our people. We should not be a coward. If we know very well as a political leader that Prince Johnson was yesterday, Prince Johnson was killed or Prince Johnson was there, why we should be running behind Prince Johnson? Because he got a vote. So for me, the issue of Prince Johnson is not the issue. And the issue I've seen that they say they get FBI running behind Prince Johnson. Liberia is a sovereign nation. Liberia is a country of rule of law. If the American people want Prince Johnson and the American people know that Prince Johnson commit heinous crime, commit war crime, they will pass through the Liberian government. But you know, in politics, they get a whole lot of skirmishes can come about. Then another issue is the tribal land that our politics trying to go. Other people saying that vote for me because I'm a countryman. Vote for me because I'm a Congo native man. That for me, I don't buy that idea. Congo native politics, I don't buy that Congo native politics. But the issue is with me that you can't stop anybody from supporting their kinsmen. For instance, I'm from the Liberty Party. The Bassa people decide each time when you take the 2 cents of election, half of the Bassa vote for Councilor Bonskin because that's their kinsmen. You can't stop a kissing man to vote for their friend kissing man. I am a Martinez. I believe in the wisdom of Councilor Vanny Sherman and our senator. So if today they say they're running to become president, I know that he might kinsman environment. There's no problem for me voting for my fellow vicemen. But I don't buy the divisive politics that are going on. But if someone say they're voting on base because me, I'm a Pele man, because the person that Pele man, I vote for them, that's their right. That's their right. That's their right. So
are you trying to tell me that, okay, because Monskin is a Bassa man, this man is a Kissy man, what if the person does not have integrity? So are you trying to say because see people from the same tribe, you're going to vote to me?
No, it's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not going for divisive politics. But the population, the Liberian population that you're looking at today, because even when you look at the American election, President Donald Trump, he started clear. He said America is for American. This is time for American to vote for American. When you go to the election of France, you have the west side, the left side, the right side. So in no kind of election, you always see people would like to take land. For me, I don't buy it. I am looking for a leader that has the right qualification. Whether you Bassa man, or whether you Kissy man, whether you Grebo man, or whether you Pele man. But equally so too, you can't stop another person from voting his will. Yeah. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. I'm Ali V. Kemokai.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? Good evening.
Okay, you?
Doing the best of God's will.
Okay. What's your name?
Mr. Sikajipo A. Sikajipo, former chairman, Grand Crew, National Patriotic Party, an executive member of the National Patriotic Party, and a member of the Coalition of Democratic Change.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay, this is Hustle Latest program brought to you by Light TV. And for today's edition, we are discussing the latest news in town. So can you tell us the latest news?
The latest news, my latest news should be 3-4. 3-4. One, it has to do with the ECOWAS conference. 2, it has to do with Prince Johnson. 3, it has to do with the vacillating of so-called Liberians political activists from one party to another party. Now, if it comes to the ECOWAS conference in Liberia, where you find heads of states that have assembled here, for me, I think it's a plus to the nation as a whole, not to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as an individual. And 2, I think it was belated because if he looks at the diplomatic scene, you know fully well the executive mansion was built by the Israelis from the Tottenham region. And this is the executive mansion that sometimes ago, 1990, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf called for. It must be demolished that she will be able to build in 3 months. And she was in the mansion got damaged. Ellen failing to know, I wondered that Ellen realized that the collaboration and the diplomatic scene with the Israeli government was highly important for the 12 years she has stayed in power. She has brought Chinese engineers that has dismantled the executive mansion, stealing the bulletproof doors from the presidential villa in the executive mansion. And this lady sat there and she let it ride on. She didn't know the importance. I wonder is now that Ellen gets to know the importance of the Israeli government or the Israelis' assistance to Liberia over the years. But because if my memory serves me right, the Israelis, you had a lot of Israeli companies in Liberia that was involved in the road construction, that was involved in the agriculture, and exactly where Benjamin Netanyahu said from Israel that you will be able to boost the country's solar energy and the agriculture sector. And this is Boakai. Boakai has been 12 years on the vice presidency of the Unity Party's government and sitting down in the national legislature where concessional agreement were passed. 68 concessional agreement was passed that has disenfranchised Liberians and born generations of Liberians to come. Boakai is sitting down, he's contesting to be, I think Boakai should be taking his leave with Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf because he has not done this country well. The entire Unity Party leadership has failed miserably. They have failed to deliver the deliverables to the Liberian people. And when it comes to Boakai, where people jackrabbiting here, Boakai must be president and Boakai is a one round, that's sheer imaginations. And for me, I declare it to be folly, political folly. That these authors, they are living in illusion. And most importantly, if you look at the slogans of Boakai's campaigners, you know, it brings to mind Kagili, the Tutsis and the Hutus campaign that what they are trying to propagate in Liberia. Because I don't see, it is sheer stupidity and adulticities to see Liberians propagating sectionalistic, divisive politics among the people, whereby we should be reconciling this country because this government has failed miserably in reconciling the Liberian people. Ellen lacks the capacity to reconcile Liberia because she has been the forerunner of the trouble that has brewed into Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, has been the caveat of destruction into this country. So she has failed miserably to reconcile this country politically, morally, socially. Then you find a Boakai. Boakai wants to be president. They have failed miserably in this country with the Unity Party-led government. Yes, of course, I do agree. The Unity Party has some good outings for Liberia. I will not be condemnative in holistic form. If I were grade a Unity Party, I grade 70 to 30%. They have done 30% well, and miserably they have failed 70% in the country. And two, you know, my sister, the trend now that is taking place in this Liberian politics is detrimental to the survival of the state after election. Mark my word, say one Mr. Segajibo essay. Segajibo stated, mark my word, there will be trouble brewing because after elections, time for the results of the election, because of the propagation of Boakai list. If I'm saying Boakai list, people that are supporting the re-elections of Joseph Boakai, because they are preaching divisive politics. They are not preaching restoration of peace. They are not preaching. There's nothing they are delivering. There's nothing they are delivering. There's nothing that they are preaching that they can deliver to the Liberian people at Joseph Boakai's administration. This brother, Boakai sat in the national legislature, and they passed the 8th concessional agreement that disinherited or born generations of Liberians for the future. Joseph Boakai is almost 80 years, and people are masquerading around here that Joseph Boakai must be president after miserably failing the Liberian people. And two, I told you my information was threefold. Yeah. And two, my dear sister and friend, let me tell you, if it comes to Prince Johnson, for some of us who know the character of Prince Johnson, I don't see why it has become an issue of discussion when relative Prince Johnson. Because Prince Johnson is unstable. Prince Johnson has a track record of mental instability. Prince Johnson has a track record of mental instability. Prince Johnson, during the heydays of the war, will execute somebody. After 2 hours, he asks him for the person where the man, when he said the man down, then superficially he say he crying. He has brought that into the political arena in Liberia. Prince Johnson is mentally deranged. So when people say, oh, Prince Johnson going to Boakai for me is not a political plus. This is a brother who has committed a heinous crime. He's trying to hide honor Joseph Boakai as he has hated honor Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration for 12 years. Prince Johnson must face the crime. of destructions of the Republic of Liberia, human lives, the human resources. Instead of Prince Johnson building the human resources, he has been devastating in destroying the human resources of the Republic of Liberia. It beats my imaginations. Because over the period of Liberian political history, and for me, I'm 52 years old this year, April 20 made me 52 years old. Over the period of time, I have been a political activist within the Liberian political agenda. It beats my imagination when I see younger breeds hailing the so-called progressives that have brought a lot of destructions in this country without any substantive solutions to projecting the citizenry's life for progress. The only thing they brought to us is destruction, hypocrisy. They sit down and they say they are you know what? I call most of them the doctorates of the doctorate club of Fule, because doctorate degrees, the essence of education is to emancipate the living standard of your people, not to reduce them to social and moral and political destructions. That's what the so-called progressives have done for us in this country. They brought war here when they never had a solution to progressing Liberia further. But rather they only brought war in retrogressing progress. You know what? The so-called progressives, the soil, the family, and all of these bashes, they destroy my future. You know why? Because at the prime of my future, my generation, they brought a lot of war here that they never had solution for. They say they want to change. Yesterday, the slogan was, today, people tell me, oh, we'll tie your shoes. Today, people can wear tie your shoes. That's the irony of life. Today, people is wearing $100 and $150 leather shoes when we're wearing tires ballon and call it Tobana Tipote. These are actors that don't mean well for Liberia. And I think for me, we should be shaving all the old generation from the political scene. As Prince Johnson, he is a domesticity. Prince Johnson, he has a domesticity. He have always stated and recounted. The only way Liberia will progress further when all the bashes, all the destructive characters, all the retrogressional characters, when they leave the political scene of the Republic of Liberia, you will find a new breed. And I say to conclude, and I call upon every Liberian, every voter into this country to rise up and say no to continuity of the Unity Party-led government. Because they misled us, they abused us, they deceived us, they stole all of our money. If I left with Liberians are cowards. If I left with Madam Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf would not have been president, because she has lost the respect of the presidency when she took the responsibility of $30 million of the taxpayers' money from NOCA. That she takes the responsibility of criminality. She doesn't deserve the product. So, I conjure every Liberian, no to continuity and yes to change. A democratic change that will boot up these criminals, these corrupt characters. Because if you look at the legislators, senators that are giving them support and represented them, they have all stolen the national wealth.
Okay, television viewers, if you have just joined us, you are watching What's the Latest, brought to you by Light TV. And for today's edition, we are discussing the latest news in town. And what I realized is that the news is centered around Prince Johnson, his unconfirmed arrest, and also emerging with the Unity Party. But shortly, we're going to take a short break and be right back with the latest news in town. I'm Matilda Judah and Frank Williams, your presenter.